That was passed for the fire department is in effect, a level funded budget for all of our expenses and all of our positions, same number of men, with the caveat that it requires an 8% concession on salaries. Mr. Coogan's question, I believe, is what happens if that doesn't come to play? There is no way the fire department can continue to run staff the positions we have now, which are obviously reduced since 4 months ago. We cannot continue with an 8% reduction in monies. There has to be some other cuts made. So while we are, I'll say, quote unquote, level funded right now for positions and expenses, that does have that caveat, that's negotiations are ongoing. How we're going to handle it if those negotiations don't come through exactly as maybe Councilor Bigelow would want them to, we're going to have to cross that bridge when we get to it. We have no planned layoffs as of today.
What do you have to do to close the station? Where will we be?
But I do have some other options before I close the station. That is one of the options. But there are other options.
What would they be?
Again, I hate to throw things out there and now it becomes.
Well, I think it's important that we know and the public knows.
Well, there are various options that I have to reduce staffing, none of which I want to do.
Reduce
But
the
there's,
staff.
you can reduce an engine company, you can reduce a ladder company, you can reduce a district chief's car. Not all of those, or necessarily any of those, would result in closing a station, but they may. It all depends on. Right now, I'm having an analysis done of where our heaviest fire areas are. It's easy for me to say what I think they are. I've asked my IT guy to actually do an analysis based on data from our fire reports.
To accept or reject that 8% wage cut.
Well, this is the problem, Councilor, with negotiations and kind of putting the cart before the horse. When you go through the process of negotiations, you have to have something to bring back to the body. Right now, we're just, we sat down once, we're sitting down again tomorrow with the city to talk about everything that's on the table. But even once that process is accomplished, which probably won't be tomorrow, it'll probably be another meeting at least before that happens. And then we have a 14-day period where I have to post it, notify the membership that there's gonna be a vote, and then take that vote, and then I don't know what the membership will decide. But I will say that we are at a precarious point in the city. While the chief stated that, you know, my men are doing a good job, his men are doing a good job, my men are doing a good job. At some point, with all of the money that's not out there, this is just going to be a snowball effect on the fire department, because as the negotiations become more protracted, at the old pay rate, the overtime skyrockets.
They're going to get a balanced budget and they're going to be able to hire more firefighters. I don't feel that there are enough in the city, 159 for 92,000 people. I feel that there is a safety issue. If there's a huge fire, I'm afraid either the firefighters or somebody's going to get hurt. I feel that he was able to give us the answers that we wanted as far as the neighborhood associates.